In the annals of American outlaws, a few names carry the same legendary weight as Jesse James. This is the story about the great train robbery that turned him into a folklore legend. The year was 1874, and the small town of Glendale, Missouri would soon become the backdrop for a daring feat that would etch itself in the history books. The infamous Jesse James train robbery. This audacious act of thievery would forever be remembered as a brazen display of cunning and recklessness, solidifying the James gang as a notorious figure in the Wild West. Join me as we delve into the thrilling events of that fateful day when a group of bandits struck fear into the hearts of all those that crossed their path. The setting. Glendale, Missouri stood as a quiet hamlet nestled along the train tracks of the Rock Island Railroad. The town's modest streets and cozy homes exuded an air of tranquility, but beneath the surface lurked a dangerous undercurrent. It was in this unlikely locale that Jesse James, the legendary outlaw, chose to make his move. Their plan. Jesse James, a seasoned veteran of crime, assembled a gang of fellow desperados for what would become his most audacious heist to date. The plan was simple, yet audacious. Target a moving train and seize its valuable cargo. The crew meticulously scouted the railway, searching for the ideal stretch of tracks where they could execute their plan with precision. The heist. On a balmy summer morning, as the sun began to ascend, the gang prepared to strike. Clad in dark clothing and armed to the teeth, Jesse James and his men positioned themselves at a strategic point along the railway. The train, a behemoth of iron and steam, approached them with a thunderous power, its whistling piercing the serene atmosphere. As the locomotive thundered past, the outlaws sprang into action. With swift and calculated precision, they leaped onto the train, their masked faces hidden beneath the shadows. Brandishing their weapons, they seized control of the crew and passengers, their intimidation tactics leaving no room for resistance. Inside the train's vault, the real prize awaited. The safe, laden with precious cargo. The outlaws, employing dynamite and the sheer audacity, blasted open the impenetrable metal fortress. In a flurry of activity, they stuffed their sacks with gold, cash, and other valuables. Their swift efficiency left no doubt that this was a well-executed operation born of experience and meticulous planning. The Jesse James gang got over $10,000 worth of loot. This equivalent to over $300,000 in today's money. The escape. Having completed their objective, the outlaws knew that their success hinged on a swift and clean getaway. They mounted their horses and rode off into the wilderness, their stolen spoils secured tightly to their saddles. Word of the robbery spread like wildfire, and the wheels of justice set in motion. The aftermath. As the dust settled on the town of Glendale, and it began to regain its composure, the realization of the audacity of the crime sunk in. The Jesse James great train robbery would go down in history as a tale of infamy and notoriety, solidifying Jesse James's status as a legendary figure of the Wild West. The public's fascination with the daring outlaw grew, and law enforcement agencies intensified their efforts to bring him and his gang to justice. In the end, the Jesse James Great Train Robbery of Glendale, Missouri in 1874 remains a symbol of audacity and recklessness that defined the era of the Wild West. Jesse James and his band of outlaws orchestrated a heist that captured the imaginations of the public and left an indelible mark on American history. The events that unfolded that fateful day exemplify the daring nature of the outlaw of the time, who challenged the authority of the expanding nation with their audacious exploits. The tale of the Jesse James Great Train Robbery continues to captivate and intrigue, as stories of the Wild West often do. It stands as a testament to the allure of outlaws and the eternal fascination with individuals who defy the constraints of society. Jesse James's name lives on, forever associated with this extraordinary heist that forever etched his legacy into the annals of American folklore. Jesse James is still a famous figure today. He is remembered as an outlaw who robbed from the rich and gave to the poor. He is also remembered as a folklore hero who fought against the injustice of the Reconstruction era. The Great Train Robbery is a significant event in American history. It was a major crime, but it also showed the power of the people to fight back against injustice. The robbery is still remembered today, and it continues to inspire people to fight for what they believe in. If you liked this story about Jesse James and what his crew did on that fateful day in 1874, make sure you go down there, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that like button. It was a great pleasure to share this story. If there's another story from the Jesse James crew or any historic heist, make sure to drop them below and I'll be sure to get to them. Until next time, stay safe.